Seeing shadows, judging feathers. What is the raven effect? Imagine a raven. It's black. Now imagine another bird also black. Is it a raven? You might think so. This is the raven effect. Our brains love shortcuts. We see one black bird, we assume all black birds are ravens. This happens with people too. We see a group act a certain way, we assume everyone in that group is the same. The raven effect is about how stereotypes form. It's about jumping to conclusions based on limited information, like seeing one raven and assuming all black birds are the same. This can lead to biases. We judge individuals based on group stereotypes, not on who they really are. Blue uniforms, clouded judgments, the raven effect in law enforcement. Imagine a police officer. She sees a young black man walking down the street. He's wearing baggy clothes and a hoodie. Does she see a dangerous criminal, or does she see a student on his way home? The raven effect can cloud judgment, even in life or death situations. Racial profiling is a stark example. A black man in a hoodie might be perceived as a threat simply because of his appearance. This is stereotyping based on race, fueled by the raven effect. This bias has real consequences. Innocent people get stopped, questioned, even arrested based on their race. It erodes trust between communities and law enforcement. It perpetuates a cycle of fear and suspicion. The solution: training, education. Officers need to be aware of their own biases. They need to learn to see individuals, not stereotypes. This is crucial for fair and just policing. Unequal education. How stereotypes stifle young minds. Picture a classroom. A young girl raises her hand to answer a math problem, but she hesitates. She's heard the stereotype, girls aren't good at math. This is the raven effect at work, creating a phenomenon called stereotype threat. Stereotype threat is the fear of confirming a negative stereotype about your group. This fear can be paralyzing. It can make students doubt their abilities, leading to lower performance. This perpetuates the stereotype, creating a vicious cycle. This isn't just about math or girls, it affects students of all backgrounds. A student from a low-income family might feel pressured to prove they're not stupid. A black student might feel they need to work twice as hard to be seen as intelligent. We need to create learning environments where all students feel safe and supported. Environments where stereotypes are challenged, not reinforced. This means celebrating diversity, encouraging risk-taking, and valuing every student's potential. Climbing the ladder, facing the bird, the raven. Effect at work. Imagine a job interview, two candidates equally qualified. One is a white man, the other a black woman. Who gets the job? The raven effect can creep into hiring decisions, often unconsciously. Stereotypes about women and minorities can influence who gets hired, promoted, or even given challenging assignments. A woman might be seen as too emotional for a leadership role. A person of color might be passed over for a promotion because of assumptions about their work ethic. This bias creates a workplace where opportunities are not equal. It limits diversity, stifles innovation, and perpetuates inequalities. It's not just unfair, it's bad for business. Companies need to actively combat the raven effect. This means implementing blind recruitment processes where resumes are stripped of identifying information. It means providing diversity training to hiring managers. It means creating a culture of inclusion where everyone feels valued and respected. Stereotypes in media and their impact. Think about your favorite TV show or movie. How are different groups portrayed? Are certain races always cast as criminals? Are women always relegated to supporting roles? Media shapes our perceptions, often reinforcing harmful stereotypes. We need more diverse voices in media. We need stories that challenge stereotypes, not reinforce them. Section 6. Society's shadow, the raven effect's grip on our collective psyche. The raven effect isn't confined to individual interactions. It seeps into society, influencing public policy and social attitudes. Fear of the other can lead to restrictive and discriminatory immigration laws. This fear prevents us from seeing the humanity in those seeking a better life. Studies show doctors might treat patients differently based on race or ethnicity. This can lead to misdiagnoses and inadequate treatment. We need to address systemic inequalities and promote diversity and inclusion. Section 7. Unlearning prejudice. Education as a weapon against the raven effect. Imagine a world where children learn about different cultures and perspectives from a young age, where they're taught to challenge stereotypes and celebrate diversity. This is the power of education in combating the Raven effect. Education is key to unlearning prejudice. By exposing ourselves to different cultures, beliefs, and ways of life, we broaden our understanding of the world and challenge our own preconceived notions. We learn to see individuals, not just representatives of groups. This education should start early. Children are like sponges, absorbing information and forming opinions from a young age. By teaching them about diversity and inclusion, we can help them develop into more tolerant and understanding adults. Education isn't just about textbooks and classrooms, it's about engaging in meaningful conversations, listening to different perspectives and challenging our own biases. It's about fostering empathy and understanding. Section 8. Thinking beyond the black feathers, critical thinking as a tool for change. The Raven effect thrives on automatic thinking, on jumping to conclusions without questioning our assumptions. Critical thinking is the antidote. It's about pausing, reflecting, and challenging our own thought processes. When we encounter a stereotype, instead of accepting it at face value, we need to ask ourselves, where did this stereotype come from? What evidence supports it? What are the potential consequences of believing it? Critical thinking helps us break free from the mental shortcuts that lead to stereotyping. It allows us to see the nuances and complexities of human experience, to recognize that individuals within a group are not all the same. This skill is essential in all aspects of life. It helps us make informed decisions, navigate complex situations, and engage in constructive dialogue. It empowers us to be agents of change, challenging prejudice and discrimination wherever we encounter it. Section 9. Building a world without ravens, collective action for a just future. Combating the Raven effect isn't a solo mission. It requires a collective effort, a commitment from individuals, communities, and institutions to create a more just and equitable world. We need to challenge stereotypes and biases whenever we encounter them, whether it's in casual conversation, in the media, or in our institutions. Silence is complicity. Speaking up, even when it's uncomfortable, is crucial for change. We need to support organizations and initiatives that promote diversity and inclusion. This could mean volunteering our time, donating to worthy causes, or simply amplifying their message. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the larger fight against prejudice. We need to hold our leaders accountable. We need to demand policies that promote equality, justice, and opportunity for all. This includes advocating for criminal justice reform, equitable education systems, and inclusive workplaces. Section 10. Breaking the chains of perception, embracing diversity one person at a time. Imagine a world where we approach every interaction with curiosity and an open mind, where we see each person as an individual with their own unique story, experiences, and perspectives. This is the world we need to create. Breaking free from the Raven effect requires a conscious effort to embrace diversity. It means stepping outside our comfort zones, engaging with people from different backgrounds, and challenging our own preconceived notions. It means listening with empathy, seeking to understand rather than judge. It means recognizing that our differences make us stronger, that diversity of thought, experience, and perspective enriches our lives and our communities. This shift in perspective won't happen overnight. It requires ongoing self-reflection, a willingness to learn and grow, and a commitment to creating a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Section 11. The flight to fairness, a future free from the Raven's shadow. The Raven effect casts a long shadow over our world, perpetuating stereotypes, fueling prejudice, and hindering our ability to connect as human beings. But it's not an insurmountable obstacle. By understanding the psychology behind stereotyping, by recognizing its pervasive influence in our lives, and by actively challenging our own biases, we can begin to dismantle the structures that perpetuate this harmful phenomenon. The journey towards a more just and equitable world requires a collective effort. It demands that we embrace diversity, practice critical thinking, and hold ourselves and each other accountable for creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, regardless of their race, religion, gender, or any other arbitrary characteristic. Let us take flight from the raven's shadow, soaring towards a future where judgment is replaced with understanding, prejudice with empathy, and stereotypes with the celebration of our shared humanity.